Hello.
Hold on.
Let's get this right.
The stream should be able to hear us now. I think. Dude, this is a tune, mind.
It is.
Absolute
banger.
It's an absolute bop.
Is my camera on?
It is, yeah.
I can't. Why can't I see? Oh, that's what I do. Oh, there we go. I've decorated behind me. Can you see?
I can. The stream can't see yet because I haven't switched over to it.
Oh yeah.
Not yet, anyway. Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, typing away. There we go.
Oh, hey, got it working. Unplugged it, plugged it back in again. Technical mastermind.
I'm the one who's meant to have the technical issues.
Yeah, no doubt. Just plug it, take it out and plug it back in again.
Am I sounding all right?
Hey, you sound beautiful.
Excellent. You too.
Thanks. Very clear, crisp. Seems like you sorted that mic issue out.
Yes.
Maybe hear a dog barking. So, hold on, I'll open YouTube up again. See if there's any chatters in the chat. If anyone has any questions about how the quiz is going to go tonight, let me know. We'll cover some basics. Basically, we're using a Google form sheet. Enter a team name, because at the end it'll take all your points, whether you got them right or wrong, and it'll give us a total score, and we'll rank you 1 to 5 and crown a winner at the end with nothing but glory and 10 DVDs. We've got a pile of them somewhere.
And a prize.
Got another chat going off. Apologies, my Facebook's going mental. See, dog getting mental as well. I don't know if you can hear the dog.
Yes. I was worried you could hear my neighbours watching Emmerdale. Luckily that's finished, so that should be okay.
The dog hasn't barked all day. Oh, you're on stream, eh? Let us just play the song of our people. Hope everyone's enjoying the Stone Mansion by the Blue Dot Sessions. Give them a listen, give them a follow. It's a song we all like here at the Snooty Ushers. Right, anyway, I'm going to get an example of the Google form up so you can... I'll bring that up for everyone. Let's have a look. Let's just turn... I know it's not what you want to hear, but I'll turn the Stone Mansion down. And me and James should be here now. We're on screen. I'm blue, he's in red.
Yes.
That's James in the red, if you didn't know. And on the screen here, I've got what you should all have in front of you. Snooty Ushers film quiz. So it'll basically just ask you for a team name. So, nothing too graphic, I'm going to be called the Snooty Ushers, and then you click next. And it's basically going to work like this. You'll get the round title at the top. So first round, as you can see there, a bit of a spoiler. Round 1, 2020 in film. And make sure you enter all of your answers in lowercase or begin each word with a capital letter. Google Forms is very weird. You could put in like a variation of answers, and it's easier just to either write the answer in lowercase and then write it with each being a capital letter. That includes like and the and of. Sometimes you wouldn't put a capital letter on them, so just be aware of that, because at the end, if you've put capital letters in by mistake, Google Forms won't recognize the answer and you will be marked down on it. But you can also go pencil and paper if you want. You don't have to play for competition. Sometimes we're in it for fun. So we'll have a slide come up on the screen. It'll have question 1. I don't know, what's your favourite film? I would write Starship Troopers, and that will be correct. Then you go question 2. Another slide will come up. You write that. Then you hit next. All your answers are in, and then round 2 will come up. As you can see there, it's classic films. Can't really get much from that. It's all pretty simple. It's actually quite like confusing explaining it to people, but when you just click on the form, it's pretty straightforward. Who doesn't like? We want a bit of competition.
Yes,
something to make us feel alive, like we're doing something. It's not all doom and gloom. Have you got anything you want to say about the quiz, James? Any pointers, tips?
I'm really looking forward to it. I hope people enjoy it. We've got a sort of variance between some very, very difficult questions and some very, very gettable questions. Hopefully not overly taxing for everyone, but not too easy. Hopefully enjoyable.
We've got Chris Taylor in chat aiming for top 5. Well, you are against one, maybe 2 of the Snooty Ushers in Dave McKee and Dan Lauder. And I'm sure Kelly's with him, so that's like a deadly duo there. I might play along on my phone on the side. You'll not get that top 5. I've got the answers. So we'll see how that goes. Loving the blazer. Mate, it's a suit. Suit jacket combo. That's what I'm aiming for. It was just going to be the pyjamas I've been in for days now, but I thought, let's smarten up for it.
Still put some effort in, yeah?
James's idea.
It was, yeah. Well, you've got to give the people what they want. I think what the people want is class. When they think Snooty Ushers, they think prestige, they think class.
Exactly.
They think luscious beards as well, don't they?
Yes.
What they want.
Each one of us has a luscious beard. I think Snooty Usher's #1 fan is here as well, Elaine Robson.
Oh,
she's here somewhere. She's got a quiz crew with her, hoping for that top 5 as everyone is.
Oh.
Right, I can turn the Stone Mansion back up, and I'll go back through the Google answers in a couple of minutes. Oh, well, then the Stone Mansion actually stopped. Everyone's going to be sick of this tune by the time this is over. So we turn it off. Get rid. I'll switch you back to Bruce Campbell, because everyone knows who Bruce Campbell is, right?
Didn't he work with Catherine Hepburn? Quite
sorry, who? Oh, Henry Fonda. Just waiting for James. Oh, he's just muted himself. There he is.
Yep, I'm back.
Like, I had a mild heart attack before this started because I pressed like stream and then nothing worked, and I was like, we've run multiple tests on this. There's no way this doesn't work now. I've been trying to work on it all week, trying to like sort of stream out. I click go live and I'm like, nothing's happening, and I had to change the stream key. It was pretty simple, but
Every day's a school day.
exactly. I've learned so much doing this. It's crazy. I'm using the lockdown correctly. Ed will be running through how it works soon. I put a bit of lo-fi hip hop on, just to mix it up a bit. Some royalty-free music. Right, so I'm gonna turn that down, and I'll run through the answer sheet again. So here we are, Blazers in hand, back on screen, and basically there's a link I shall post in the chat, and it'll be a link to an answer sheet on Google Forms. Hold on, that doesn't look right. I'm gonna get a fresh link. How about that? Right, I'll put a link in the chat, and if you follow that, it should take you to this page that I have up on the screen now. So basically what this is, I'm looking to get a team name off. You can play solo if you want, you can play with friends, get on your Zooms, your house parties, your Discords, whatever you like. Me and James are using Discord at the minute to do this. Very nice application. Yeah. Even Anchor, you can maybe jump on Anchor if you want. Not sponsored. So what you do is you put you put your team name on here, then you click next. Oh, hold on, I've got to put a team name in. Not following my own rules. Then you'll get this page, round 1. For live editing. Hold on. So you get round 1, 2020 in film, which is the name of the first round. I've put a little note here. Please enter all of your answers in lowercase or begin each word with a capital letter. Okay, that basically means exactly what it sounds like. You write your whole answer in lowercase, or you begin every word you write with a capital letter. That includes ands, thus, ofs. Any of the ones you can think of, James? If, yeah, it is. All begin with capitals if you want to do it that way. The easier way is obviously just lowercase for the whole answer. On mobile phones, it's quite hard.
Just to explain, Rich, that is because it's going to be marked automatically. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's an automatic marking system.
Yes, and so we will be given all the answers will be given at the end of the quiz. So to cut down we will have gaps in between the rounds, but to cut down anything in between, we'll have all the answers given at the very end of the quiz as well. So you have to follow us right to the very end as well.
That's one way to hold you. Because when you click OK on the answer phone, it tells you which ones you got right, but it doesn't say what your score is and what you got wrong. So it's oh no, I don't even tells you the right answers. We'll find out at the end. See what happens. So we've got 2 minutes is probably enough time, not confusing at all. It actually isn't confusing. At the end, it gives me a spreadsheet with everyone's answers, basically. It gives you team names, how many points you've scored, where you went wrong, where you went right. It'd be interesting to see, like, the majority of people, what question they all get stuck on, because it'll tell us, like, if question 4 in round 5 is, like, stumps everybody. I feel like some of your questions are going to get people, James, but that's just me. I've seen the questions.
Some of us like to set a challenge. Not everyone wants to be mollycoddled.
Right, so I'll take that off the screen. Hold on, I'm going to move us back to this one. Just so you can't see anything that's going on my screen, basically. I might bring up something, some of the answers. I don't want you to see. So we're back. You can obviously, hopefully, you can see us now. And we're going to start. Well, it's hit 8 o'clock on my computer. How's it looking on your end, James?
Yeah, I think we're on 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, spot on. So round one's going to be 2020 in film. Do you want us to explain what this round is, James?
So 2020, a film that's been a year that's been quite interesting for film so far. However, obviously we've had some challenges so far with the film output. But this round basically deals with all of 2020 in the cinematic world, basically. So yeah, I reckon are we good to go now? So
Yep.
round one is 2020 in film, and question one is what is the highest grossing film at the worldwide box office so far in 2020? And that is that is films released in 2020 as well. Just to clear up any
It's actually quite a tough one because not much has been released.
Yes.
And
Well,
not many people have been at the cinema, really.
Yes, yeah. So what is the highest grossing film at the worldwide box office so far in 2020? Question two. Who won the Best Actor Oscar at the 2020 Academy Awards?
Also an odd question, isn't it? Because it was films in 2019.
Yes.
Just there.
Does feel like a long time ago,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does.
So question two is who won the Best Actor Oscar at the 2020 Academy Awards? Question three. Following on, and who won the Worst Actor Award at the 2020 Razzies?
Are the Razzies just all about worst actors? Or
Yes, well, it's all about the terrible films, but it always tends to be like the big terrible films rather than because we've watched some real dross and Snooty Ushers, haven't we?
Oh,
recently,
yeah.
recently even as well.
Yeah.
But it always tends to be the big flops rather than the truly bad films. So question three is who won the Worst Actor Award at the 2020 Razzies? Question four. Who directed No Time to Die, the first major film to be delayed because of COVID-19? Again, it seems so long ago.
I know. It's such an apt name for obviously what's going on right now. No Time to Die.
So just to recap, question four, who directed No Time to Die, the first major film to be delayed because of COVID-19? Question five, 2002's Dragonathon, Reign of Fire, was set in 2020, and it starred Christian Bale and which other Oscar-winning actor?
Not an Oscar-winning film, but
Are you sure?
it was good, but I don't think it won any Oscars.
It was a good year, 2020, 2002, wasn't it? It was a good year for film. So obviously it must have just got
Snubbed. It got snubbed.
Yeah. So just to recap, 2002's Dragonathon, Reign of Fire was set in 2020 and starred Christian Bale and which other Oscar-winning actor? So question six.
Okay, we didn't change. I knew there was something I had to change. That's 2 5s there. This is actually question six.
It's question six. Another film set in 2020, starring an Oscar winner, was Real Steel. But which classic 1960s TV show also adapted the same story?
Real Steel. That was a good one. About boxing robots.
It was really enjoyable, wasn't it? So just to recap, another film set in 2020, starring an Oscar winner, was Real Steel. But which 1960s TV show also adapted the same story? Okay, question seven. In the Heights, hopefully coming Christmas 2020, is based on the musical By Whom? And we want the name of the person who wrote the lyrics and the music for it.
Actually, watched the trailer for this. Very interested in it.
Oh yes, yeah. So, In the Heights, which is hopefully coming Christmas 2020, is based on the musical By Whom? I don't think that's been delayed. I don't think it's been announced that's been delayed yet.
No, except it was coming out late anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, there've been some films release, new release dates sort of announced recently. I don't think it's been changed. Anyway, question 8. Sonic the Hedgehog survived early fan backlash to become a hit. But who voiced the fast blue hedgehog?
I've actually not seen this yet.
Apparently, it was
Okay.
it was all right. Yeah. Which is more than people kind of hope for.
I still wonder how it would have fared with the old animation.
Yeah.
Another timeline, maybe.
So that's question 8. Sonic the Hedgehog survived fan backlash to become a hit earlier this year. But who voiced the fast blue hedgehog?
And there's only one in that film.
Oh yes, it is Sonic I'm talking about. I just didn't want to say Sonic. So, question 9. Who was nominated in both the Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress categories at the 2020 Academy Awards?
I don't really keep up with the award nominations. I like to check at the end who won, but I'm never like up to date on who's been nominated.
I think it's always there's like a certain type of film that basically, if you work in cinema, you'll kind of notice all of a sudden people come and see it just because it's got a nomination. Sort of film that there'll be 2 films. One of them, if it gets an actor gets nominated for it, all of a sudden it'll be like 5-10 times as busy as a film that doesn't have a nomination.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah. So question 9. Who was nominated in both the Best Actress and Supporting Actress categories at the 2020 Academy Awards? Okay, so question 10. So this is including post-credit scenes and archive footage. In how many MCU films has Scarlett Johansson appeared as Black Widow? And just to clarify, that's not including the film Black Widow, which unfortunately didn't come out.
It's due out at some point.
Yeah.
This was actually quite a tricky question. Had me stumped. I still don't know the answer, actually.
So, question 10, which is the last one of this round, including post-credit scenes and archive footage, in how many MCU films has Scarlett Johansson appeared as Black Widow?
Right. Oh, it's a new slide here. We've got a big starting next round slide with all the socials here.
Yes.
If you're interested in following anything on there. Every Tuesday. Do you want to talk when the podcast's released?
Oh, yes. So the podcast is released every Tuesday, usually about 6 o'clock. We also have a quiz, online quiz, through our Facebook page every Monday at 8 as well through the lockdown. So we're doing what we can to basically to entertain ourselves. And if anyone else out there likes it as well, then hey, that's just an added bonus, to be honest.
So we'll give you a few minutes to think over your answers again. Because you'll be able to, you can go back through and check if you've missed anything, or if you leave a note in an answer slot and come back to it later.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we don't condone cheating. It's all for fun. Right? What you drinking there, James? Have you got a nice water?
It's water just to keep the vocal cords nice and clear.
I'm enjoying a really small. They're called Coronitas, like tiny Corona. I can't fit lime in them because they're tiny.
Other brands of alcohol are available.
Of course, yeah.
And we're also available for any sponsorship that anyone wants to throw away as well.
Hello Fresh, anything really. I'm happy. I'm happy to have anything. Anchor, get on the phone. Right, so we're going to move into round 2, which is classic films. Now, these are basically films from. Do you know? Thinking now, it's like 2020. I keep thinking like the 1950s, just 50 years ago.
Oh.
But it's films from the 1950s onwards. So there might be a few you.
For you, anything before 2000 is pretty much a classic film.
Exactly. Toy Story is such a classic.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So yeah, these are like 1950s onwards. So there's a couple of young'uns in the chat might not necessarily get these, but you never know. We'll give them a go. So question 1. Famous John Ford film starring John Wayne about a Civil War veteran who embarks on a journey to rescue his niece from an Indian tribe. Just to clarify, I've seen none of these films, okay? Not one. As the Snooty Ushers know. So again, that is a famous John Ford film starring John Wayne about a Civil War veteran who embarks on a journey to rescue his niece from an Indian tribe. Question 2. In the film The Bridge on the River Kwai, who played the role of Commander Shears? Also not a film I've watched, but I've heard you've read the book, James. Is that true?
No, I've watched the film. We talked about it. If anyone's interested in it, they can look up our last podcast. It's our podcast available on all good podcasting apps, on Stitcher and Spotify and iTunes as well. So wherever you get podcasts, search for the Snooty Ushers.
Finally got some decent audio on there. Crystal clear. So that is in the film The Bridge on the River Kwai, who played the role of Commander Shears. Question 3. Sergio Leone, famous for directing the films The Good, the Bad and the Ugly and A Fistful of Dollars, was born in which country? You know, you've got to put some sitters in there, really, haven't you?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Although I have seen some of his films. I liked all the spaghetti westerns.
Oh, yeah, they're
pretty good. Good music.
They are classics.
Yeah. So that's Sergio Leone, famous for directing the films The Good, the Bad and the Ugly and A Fistful of Dollars, was born in which country? Question 4. Who directed the 1954 classic film Rear Window? Now this one's on my watch list. It's one I want to see. I feel like you've probably seen a majority of these, James.
Yes, yeah. I think it was a film that we also mentioned in our Isolation Island episode.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not deliberately plugging the podcast at every opportunity, but you know,
I think I wrote a majority of these questions because I got so much grief for not liking classic film. So that's who directed the 1954 classic film Rear Window. Question number 5. Snooty Usher favourite Katharine Hepburn won an Academy Award when aged 74 for her role in which film? Katharine Hepburn, looked her up on IMDb. She's done a lot.
Oh, well, you know.
She's done a lot.
It's almost as if the people who expected you had heard of her kind of expected you to have heard of her for a reason, and that was the fact she's one of the most famous actresses of the 20th century. But hey, we've all got gaps in our knowledge. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'd like to
get a poll up on maybe the Snooty Ushers Facebook page about this, because I feel personally attacked. So Katharine Hepburn won an Academy Award when aged 74 for her role in which film? Question number 6. Which film starring Lee J. Cobb, amongst others, had the tagline, "They have 12 scraps of paper, 12 chances to kill"? Another one I haven't seen. I sort of do myself no favours by saying I've seen none of these classes. You know, I went to uni for a short spell to do like media and film and stuff, and they asked me to watch all these films. I just thought, nah, I'm off. And I just left. So which film starring Lee J. Cobb, amongst others, had the tagline, "They have 12 scraps of paper, 12 chances to kill"? Question number 7. The Martin Scorsese film Raging Bull is a biography of which boxer? Classic film which I have seen,
Oh wow.
but that's like, that was, when was this released? 70s or 80s?
I think it was 80, I think 1980. I think it is.
Bit further on. That's why I like it a bit more. It's 20 years of technology. So,
oh yes, because it's all about the technology.
yeah, yeah. It's a black and white film, though, isn't it? The Martin Scorsese film Raging Bull is a biography of which boxer? That's twice I've struggled with biography. Question number 8. Can you name the film these 4 characters appeared in? Rick Blaine, Isla Lund, Victor Laszlo, and Captain Louis Renault. Nailed it. That's the one name I've been dreading to read. Louise Renault. Can you name the film these 4 characters appeared in? Rick Blaine, Victor Laszlo, Isla Lund, and Captain Louis Renault. And we have question number 9. In the 1957 film Jailhouse Rock, who plays the character Vince Everett? Not going to surprise you, but never seen Jailhouse Rock. Is that a film you've seen?
I don't think I have. No.
Oh, gap in the knowledge. Got him. I just thought this was an interesting cue. So that's in the 1957 film Jailhouse Rock, who plays the character Vince Everett. I keep looking at the answers on that screen, but they're also on this screen, so I'm just like confusing myself. Hope I don't bring an answer up by mistake. Okay, question 10. In North by Northwest, starring Cary Grant, the final actions are played out in front of which iconic monument?
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant, like. It's alright. Film I have seen, North by Northwest. It's weird, the front cover is basically the answer to this question. In North by Northwest, starring Cary Grant, the final actions are played out in front of which iconic monument? And that should be round 2. So I'm going to click back over to this screen, where you can see me and James in higher detail. And you can look back on your answers. I know there was a couple of... I feel like if you know your classic films, they aren't too hard. I'd score 0 on that round if I didn't know the answers. That's 100% a stinker round for me.
And that's the person who wrote that round as well. So, yeah, I don't think they're not too hard. I don't think, but you know,
it all depends on what you've seen.
So everyone complains about how solid some of these questions are. Just remember that we threw you a few nice, easy ones in that one.
Yeah, a couple of sitters. I'm gonna crack open another Corona with my Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, nice.
Go. These are like 210ml. It's like less than a can of Pepsi. Like, what's the point? So I hope everyone has wrapped up round 2, and we can. Do you want to move on to round 3, or you want to give it a few more minutes? Because I think we'll take a break after round 4. I think. Quick 5-minute break, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. A couple of fun rounds coming up, including this next one, which is quite a specialist round.
Yes.
This is our themed round for the week. So all questions based around Star Wars.
Yes. So round 3 is Star Wars. Basically, I was watching all the Star Wars films on Disney Plus, and I thought, oh yeah, this will be there's a bit of interesting interesting trivia that came up in another quiz for one of the questions. So, I'm going to steal that, and I'm going to build an entire quiz around it. So, question 1: who are the only 2 characters to appear in all 9 Star Wars episodes? That's not including Rogue One or Solo.
Rogue One, probably one of my favourite Star Wars films. That's probably a terrible thing to say to Star Wars fans, but it's better than saying Solo's my favourite one. Solo got a bad rap, I think.
I think it was just so many things seemed to go wrong behind the scenes, and then when it came out, it was actually it's all right. But an all right Star Wars film actually
is not good.
Yeah,
no one likes it.
People want you want to be ambitious when you're doing a Star Wars film, and if it doesn't work, then you'd rather be ambitious than play a bit safe. But I did enjoy. I think Rogue One's one of the best ones as well. But hey, question 1: who are the only 2 characters to appear in all 9 Star Wars episodes? So that's the main Skywalker kind of story, if you will.
The Skywalker saga.
Yes, yeah, there we go. So question 2: what is the first line of the opening crawl of Star Wars: A New Hope? So that's the first line of the crawl. So that's after, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and after the, Star Wars or Episode 4: A New Hope, whatever it says on the screen. But after all that, what's the first line of the opening crawl?
So it's just basically the first film.
Yes, yeah.
So how the whole saga kicks off, basically.
Yes. So Dave, when Dave was watching, when Dave went to the cinema in 1977, he was probably about 18 or 19 by then. So when Dave went to the cinema in 1977, when he was watching it for the first time, after the fanfare, after the title comes up, what's the first line on the crawl that happens after the title?
Oh, Dave should know this, definitely. If he watched it live.
I think he was at the premiere, wasn't he? Yes. So, question 3: how many Star Wars films has George Lucas directed?
I'm not going to tell you what I put for my answer, but it's not 15.
So again, just to clarify, because there are TV specials and documentaries and things like that, and that Endor one. This is cinema released. The main 3 trilogies. It's basically them that we're talking about.
We've got there's lots in the chat saying watching with Rosie, and Rosie's getting more right than Mum.
Oh well. Hello. That's my sister.
And who's Rosie?
She's the one with the real knowledge, film knowledge. And Rosie is our her beautiful young daughter, who's also she's actually a dog.
Oh, so the dog's getting more right then.
Yeah.
If the dog ends up top 5, I'll not be pleased with the rest of the teams here.
So, question 3: how many Star Wars films has George Lucas directed? Question 4: who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for a role in a Star Wars film?
Is it weird that not many Star Wars films don't really win Oscars? Because they're always well praised.
At the time, it's kind of like a genre thing, isn't it? They're never sci-fi, even
comic book was snubbed for a bit.
Yeah. I think there was a.
I think they would get them with a technical achievement.
Yes, yeah, they always win sound editing and special effects ones, but but only one actor. So who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for a role in a Star Wars film? Question 5. So Carrie Fisher has a small role in which film where she plays Bianca Burnett, an ex-actress who lost out on the role of Princess Leia to the one who sleeps with George Lucas? I think this is a very famous cameo. But basically a cameo. It's not quite a cameo. It's slightly somewhat on that, but it's
Also, it's more than a cameo. More than like just a pass by in the background.
Yeah, it's more than that. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Obviously, Rich has got a good idea of what the film is. So Carrie Fisher has a small role in which film, where she plays Bianca Burnett, an ex-actress who lost out on the role of Princess Leia to the one who sleeps with George Lucas.
We'll have an issue in the chat, James. Kelly has said Cara is finding this boring, as there have been no Disney Channel questions.
I think you'll find that all of the Star Wars films are on Disney Plus. So,
Oh, he's just done it. Dave is struggling here, even though he saw all the films on release. Wow.
So speaking of cameos, question 6. Speaking of cameos, in which film does legendary composer John Williams appear as a bartender? So I've just realized, just to clarify, which Star Wars film does legendary composer John Williams appear as a bartender?
That would be good if someone else just like
random, yeah,
Bill and Ted.
You've seen The Great Escape or something in the background when he first started out or something.
Some real niche bit of knowledge that we don't know about. You'd be marked wrong anyway.
So, speaking of cameos, in which film does legendary composer John Williams appear as a bartender? Question 7. Oh, there's another mistake we didn't. Okay, so question 7. Harrison Ford returned to 3 iconic roles in the 2000s, shall we say? But which one had the longest gap? Was it Deckard, Richard Deckard from Blade Runner, Han Solo, or Indiana Jones?
I haven't watched Indiana Jones for years.
We watched, was it over Christmas that I think they were on one day after another?
Including the 4th one?
Oh, no, I don't think we watched that.
I don't think anyone watches the 4th one when it's on.
But me and my stepdad watched Raiders. I think it was just happened to be starting. We turned it on. It's just brilliant. It's just so action packed. It literally it's based on like it is. It just keeps rolling. So question 7: Harrison Ford returned to 3 iconic roles in the 2000s, but which one had the longest gap? Was it Deckard, Han Solo, or Indiana Jones? Again, just to clarify, that's the gap between the last film being released and the one he replayed the role in. So, question 8. John Boyega made his cinematic acting debut in which Joe Cornish film from 2011?
God, 2011.
Long time ago.
I know. I used to work in a cinema then.
Just after I started, would have been. I think it was like a summertime film, wasn't it? I think I can't.
At Odeon Retro Centre. You started in.
It was, yeah.
Oh, nice. Being a news site, was it?
It was, yeah.
Oh.
So, John Boyega, who plays Finn in the last Star Wars films, made his acting debut in which Joe Cornish film from 2011? Question 9. What is the call sign of the X-Wing shot down in Rogue One that is assigned to Luke Skywalker in A New Hope?
That end scene of Rogue One's probably going to be one of like my top 5 favourite moments in Star Wars films.
Oh yeah, I think the whole finale of it, like Darth Vader looks like an absolute badass in it.
Yeah.
You
see the lightsaber power up, and it's like, whoa, here we go.
Yeah.
This is it. One good thing Disney did.
So question 9. What is the call sign of the X-Wing shot down in Rogue One that is assigned to Luke Skywalker in A New Hope? And question 10. Oh. So this is the one. So who plays?
Pronunciation.
I think it's Sabe. So who plays Sabe? One of Queen Amidala's handmaidens and the decoy queen in the Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace, of course, just a film that you kind of have to watch just to get through it.
Criminally underrated.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, to be honest,
it's the best of the prequels, I think.
It's not as bad as I do remember it. I will say that.
Plus, pod racing was cool. They never did anything else with pod racing, did they? That was it.
No. I mean, you remember that, but also don't forget that they do introduce every single sort of driver that takes a bit too long.
That does take a while, and they all blow up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just once again, so who plays Sabe? I did try and look up the pronunciation. Who plays Sabe, one of Queen Amidala's handmaidens and the decoy queen in The Phantom Menace? And that is the end of round 3.
Of your Star Wars round.
Yes.
Chris Taylor, Rich, you just lost a lot of respect for saying that. What? What's going on here? The midichlorians.
Wait, hang on.
The midichlorians were a thing. They were good.
I think we might need you to clarify what it is that Rich said.
I like the Phantom Menace, I think. Oh, by the way, James may be having connection issues, so you've just got me for now. Maybe the viewers might go up, who knows? Yeah, well, he's still here in spirit, though.
My Spotify just decided to open then and close down my... close it all down.
Only running the best of technology here at Snooty Ushers HQ, obviously. Oh, he's loaded back in. I think he must be playing Football Manager on the other end or something. Something's going on. So after round 4, we're going to have maybe a 5-minute break. You can refill your drinks, have a cigarette if you want, if you smoke. Quick toilet break if you need it. It's very high octane. Yeah, Chris, I'd like some clarification on what have I lost respect on? Is it liking the pod racing? Is that a thing? Or Phantom Menace is criminal. Attack of the Clones, I can agree, is a bad film. And what was the third one? I actually don't know what the third prequel is. Revenge of the Sith, is that it?
Yes, yeah. And again, that for a big chunk of that is rubbish as well. And it's only the end bit where it gets exciting, and you're like, oh, so this is kind of the prequel could literally just have been one film, just this film, and it would have been fine. If it chopped everything down from the one is kind of earlier, but if 2 and 3 had just been a 90-minute film, the prequel, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it wouldn't have been, but who knows?
Liking the whole midichlorians and the politics stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of story in there, right? I know it got retconned out. No one cares about midichlorians anymore. But it explained what Jedis were.
I mean, why you just... Can I say, Chris, I agree with you totally. I don't know why Rich would decide to go
Story?
back.
There was story. We're not just riding around on a casino planet on horses. Right, anyway, enough Star Wars chat. We're going to be moving on to the picture round. So we're going to have a series of pictures show up, all based around isolation movies. So I think we've lost James again. You might see that he's froze here. So yeah, we're going to be doing a picture round. 10 photos, just basically stills from films. Write down what the film is. Yeah, Rob, I know. I didn't know most of them. So, picture 1. It's this one. Nice, easy start, I think. Just really easy into it. Also, I do like it's froze on James. He looks like he's asleep. This is good. There's not really much I can do. I can't really repeat the picture, so I'll give you about 20 seconds on it. Although I feel like most people will get this in 5 seconds. So, question 2. I actually stole this idea from another quiz. They did an isolation movie, and this one really caught me out. I said at the start there's going to be some sitters. It's going to be nice and easy. You'll get some points somewhere. Everyone's going to have points in rounds. Don't worry about it. I'm flying solo now. Oh, hold on. It looks like he could be coming back. Question 3. All isolation themed. I've got the luxury of just being able to open another beer without having to take a break.
Hello, sorry. I
Oh,
had a little nap.
He's
I
back.
had a little nap, sorry.
It did look like you were sleeping on the freeze frame. So yeah, that is question 3. It's number 4. I think that's number 4.
Oh no, is it all gone? 2. This is question 4.
Good. I haven't wrote on which question it was on each
Yeah,
picture.
that was probably a mistake.
Yeah. It's alright, well, I had 2 5s somewhere, it's fine. Your brother Rob is saying, this is more like it, right up my street. The Star Wars questions were a bit rough for him, I think. Right, next one. So, yeah, these are all films basically based on isolation because of the ongoing climate, what's happening outside right now. Everyone's locked in.
Yeah, there are a lot of people being on their own, basically, or being isolated, being locked away, that sort of thing.
There was plenty of stills I could have chose from this film, but yeah, I thought the wolf's on his own. I mean, the helicopter's kind of there, but look around him. There's nothing happening. So, next one. Maybe I should have spaced these apart because they almost look like the same film. I should have put this one. Like,
or maybe they are.
Ah.
Hey, that's
Oh,
a nice little.
Really
trick.
trying to trick people here like that. This is what the wolf's running after. Is that what we're saying?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, Rich, but you know, you've given it away now.
And by the way, I hope everyone is writing their answers all in lowercase. No capital letters at the start of the sentence. No punctuation. Just lowercase. It was the most simple way of putting the answers in. So next we have, boom. I was saying before, I sort of nicked this round from another quiz. They did like an isolation. Far better round this one. Thanks, Kelly. So I tried to make this one very family friendly. So, you know, we had quite a toughie in the Star Wars round. There was a very lot of niche questions, you know, deep dives on Star Wars. And then, you know, you cleanse the palate with a... There's a bit something for everyone here, basically. That's what we're saying, James.
I mean, yeah, it's not. You know, if you're a Star Wars fan,
yeah, you crack the quiz.
You get some of them.
I mean, look, who knows? In the future, we'll do maybe Harry Potter rounds, Marvel rounds, Nicolas Cage rounds. That was a big miss from this quiz, which I didn't think about, and I should have thought about. So next one is... I should really keep track of what this... what one this is. Whoop. Oh, Car, I knew a load of them. What? Yes, Liam, that last slide was Love Island. Indeed. Love Island, the film. Yeah, Claire, we'll do, obviously in the future we'll do Harry Potter rounds, maybe like horror rounds and stuff. Because I think every stream will want like a themed round basically, and James chose Star Wars as this week.
Sorry, some glitches there, I think. But yeah, it's question 8. This one, if that didn't come through.
This is number 9. I don't know if I'm coming through on your mic, James.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Turn me off. So yeah, this is number 9. Whilst James sorts out the technical difficulties.
Oh, am I feeding back?
Yeah, I'm feeding back on yours. Oh, he's gone again. James with that Edinburgh internet connection, I think. So yeah, this is number 9. I'll go back to number 1 and I'll run through them again, just so you can have a second look. And this is number 10. You might see my mouse on the screen sometimes, because sometimes I just like circling things. I'm glad Cora should get this one, I think. Classic kids film. Yeah, James is even on like the technical run-throughs, his connection dropped a lot, so it was bound to happen. But you could relog quite quickly and get back in. So I'm gonna go back to number 1 and run back through them again in case you missed any. So this was number 1, nice and easy start. I'm a bit worried if Cora knows like this one. Bit spooky for her. And we've got number 2. And number 3. Number 4. That's the best picture I could find. It's got these stupid borders on. It looks like James is coming back. Number 5.
I can only apologise for everyone having to suffer Richard's banter on this round.
Number 6. Number 7. I'm coming back to you, mate, again. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10.
There we go. Is that all right? You?
I can still hear myself a little bit. So we're going to take a short break here anyway. We're going to hopefully come back at about to 8:50, 10 to 9. So that's what, like 5-6 minutes away. So I'll play a bit of Stone Mansion again, and you can just chill to that for a bit, refill your cups, do whatever's necessary really. If I can open Spotify. I think I'm still feeding back though, James. Oh no, hold on. I think it's alright now, yeah. I don't know what you did, I don't know what wizardry you work on your end, but something works. I will
If you just want to send it to the break, then I'll
yeah,
get myself sorted on that.
Yeah, it's on now. Yeah. One in 1997, Dave. Come on. I'm kind of believe James, yeah. You were at that Star Wars premiere. What tinnies are we on here, lads? I'm on Corona Extra with no lime. There's probably a few gin drinkers out there. A couple of wine drinkers. Dave might have whiskey as a tipple of his choice. Liam's on the vodka there, cool. Cara may be on an orange juice. Well, thanks everyone for being here. I'm on the heat. I'm not quite sure what that means. Okay. Okay, apparently I clicked the message by mistake, and if you write it again, people can read it. I'm gonna try and bring it back, hold on. No, James is a big Alan Partridge fan, but I'm not. Carol Baskin definitely did kill her husband. So, Mondaheed, can you write your question again? Because James is a big Alan Partridge fan. So, about the what's your thoughts on the pedestrianisation of Norwich, James? Got anything to say about that?
I think you've got to think about the retailers.
Oh, James's mic's going funny. Could be a solo show from here. Oh, so everyone doesn't know, James is he came back in, he was about to give this mint Alan Partridge answer, and then he just left again. So if I bring the camera back up here, it's just me, solo again. Liam, yeah, Carol Baskin did kill her husband. Fed him to tigers, they snacking. I'm sure Rob would know a lot about that. I'm gonna give James a message to make sure he's alright, because I've sort of hit time. He's doing a full reboot, so I hope you can just hang on like a few more minutes. Apparently his laptop's like brand new, but you can't open like more than one app on it, or it breaks down. Lola's on the Aldi Diet Cola. Cheap Cola's always the best, I think, though. One v one me on Rust. Mate, I would destroy you. Hiding behind Mondaheed, not even using your real name. I would put Stone Mansion on, but I think I've played it enough. Oh, hold on. I can see him again with headphones on.
Hopefully that sounds alright for you, Rich.
Oh, that sounds lovely, yeah. I'll get our faces back on. There we are. We're back on screen. So, hopefully everyone is refreshed, refilled, filled the lungs with whatever whatever they're smoking. and we can.
You really are going heavy on smoking, by the way. That's like 2 or 3 times you mentioned it.
So a lot of people they might want a tab break. Who knows? I know my mum smokes, so she might want a tab break. She's in here somewhere. But you know, also the drinks might be empty, and I don't want to miss one of the awesome questions that we've got planned.
Yep.
So we're gonna move on to round 5. That's lots. Way. He's back. Right, so round 5 is action films. This is sort of there's no like particular action film this is about. It's just sort of a general knowledge of the genre. So if anyone's ready, we'll go on to round 1, and that is which 1982 film was loosely based on the novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? You learn so much about films like when you start looking into them and like novels they were based on and stuff. Oh, I've just noticed my mouse is like going. So you see my mouse go over the camera. I've actually just noticed that. So that is which 1982 film was loosely based on the novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Do you think they do?
Hey, who knows?
Never know. Maybe watch the film it was based on and we'll find out. So, question 2. Which 1960s Western starred Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, and Yul Brynner? Is that right, or was it Brynner?
Brynner, yeah.
Brynner. Well, I should have got the pronunciation. Sabe. So that is which 1960s Western starred Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, and Yul Brynner? I'm seeing a couple of Instagram stories popped up saying the questions are too hard. The Star Wars ones, because they've never watched a Star Wars film. As the questions will be hard if you've never watched a Star Wars film. Slightly rough. Well, you know, if you know some of the characters, put Luke Skywalker in everyone, and you might get one right. Who knows? So, question 3. Who directed the film Spartacus? Now, this is the old film with Kirk Douglas in it. Because I know there was a TV show made. I'd be impressed if you knew who directed the TV show, but this is about the film Spartacus, starring Kirk Douglas. I'm looking forward to seeing the answers at the end. I really want to see what people get stuck on. Rob, love how you've made this quiz easy. With a sad emoji. I feel there's a bit of sarcasm there. It's all about taking part, really.
Just for you, Rob, I'll make it even harder next time.
There'll be another Star Wars round. Right, so question 4. What is the name of the 3rd film in the Die Hard series? Hopefully you've watched a Die Hard film. Hopefully everyone in the chat right now has watched a Die Hard film.
I know, Rich, because it's really annoying when someone hasn't seen like a classic film.
I mean, Die Hard 1 is classic.
I know, yeah.
James looks lovely in those red headphones. It really sets off his red blazer and the beard. The cap's also gone missing. Has that gone rogue?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Was that a Durham hat? It's a
Durham
Durham County
County Cricket.
Cricket Club. So that is, what is the name of the 3rd film in the Die Hard series? I think that's probably what. Actually, no, I was going to say, is that the worst one in the series? But then I remembered there was like them recent where he takes on a fighter jet and stuff. So no, not the worst one. Le Mans 24, nope. Question 5. Which actress starred as the titular character in G.I. Jane? Titular? I'm going to go titular.
Yeah. Isn't that a type of like small dog?
I think it's a type of spider. Which actress starred as the titular character in G.I. Jane? Any relation to G.I. Joe? I don't think so. So, question 6. In which US city is the 1968 film Bullet set? Another film I haven't seen. James's audio has gone off again. He's unplugged his headphones and then his audio goes mad. I know you can hear us because I can see him.
My headphones have just made a really horrible noise. Hopefully that didn't come through.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, that's good. Just my right ear is now deafened. Hopefully you're not feeding back on my speaker.
I think Dave McKay has hurt his feelings because he's took the headphones off now. After he said you looked lovely in them. So that's question 6. In which US city is the 1968 film Bullet set? Question 7. Who directed The Hurt Locker? A film I haven't watched in a long time. Very good action film though.
Oh yes, yeah.
And Rob, I know you've wrote Le Mans 24, but I don't think that's an action film, and it's called Ford v Ferrari. So that's who directed The Hurt Locker for question 7. Question 8. Which of the following actors did not star in the 2010 film The Expendables? Was it Mickey Rourke, Jet Li, or Chuck Norris? Why wasn't there ever like a fourth Expendables made?
Didn't he fall out with someone, or didn't the studio want to make it without him, or something? Or he wanted to direct and the studio wouldn't let him direct?
Who, Stallone?
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then Expendables 3 got leaked online, and it just sort of ruined its box office completely. So that's which of the following actors did not star in the 2010 film The Expendables? Was it Mickey Rourke, Jet Li, or Chuck Norris? Question number 9. What is the name of the town PC Angel is transferred to in Hot Fuzz?
You ain't seen Bad Boys 2?
A film James loves. I've heard all about it. You can't stop quoting it around work.
I cannot. Well, it was when I was in Hatfield. I cannot apologise enough for not including it on my isolation. It's the film I've seen the most as well. I don't know why
I think sometimes when you think about isolation movies, you don't necessarily think about like comedies though. Like I don't.
Wait, what was your first choice again?
Wasn't
it Starship Troopers? Are you saying
Ghostbusters?
Starship Troopers as a straight?
Starship Troopers is a serious war film. You've got no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to cut you off here. I'm going to pretend you've disconnected.
Don't worry, mate.
It'll happen in about 5 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes, don't worry.
So that's 9. What is the name of the town PC Angel is transferred to in Hot Fuzz? No, it's not Le Mans 24. Question 10. So I'm looking for some names on this one, and I've wrote like an explanation at the bottom how, if you're in the Google form, how they need to be named. So Marvel have imagined the Incredible Hulk in 3 live-action films from 2003 onwards. Who are the actors to have played the character? Write the answer in order of release, separated by a comma, as I've wrote on the screen. I wrote this question before the Google form, so when I came to put the answers on the Google form, I was like, how am I going to do this? I've got to change how the question's worded. So it's very specific. If you don't get points on this one, I apologise. You can retroactively have them in your mind and then give yourself a better score at the end. So you can say I've earned 1 extra point because Rich's spelling was absolutely atrocious. So that's Marvel have imagined the Incredible Hulk in 3 live-action films from 2003 onwards. Who are the actors to have played the character? Write your answer in order of release, separated by a comma. E.g., name, comma, space, name, comma, space, name. I hope that was clear enough. So that was round 5. Hopefully you can go back through and check all your answers, make sure everything's present and correct, everything's in lowercase, or you've wrote capitals on every word. A visual representation of lowercase. Make it small. Obviously when you click next, you'll get an idea of what the next round is. Although the title of the round doesn't necessarily explain it very well. It's not a maths round.
So yeah. So next round is round 6, which is maybe Rich. Maybe you don't get it, Rich. Maybe it's just too subtle. But it's the name of the next round is 3, 2, 1.
Okay, right. The way you've said it there. Okay.
3, 1. Like 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Also 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, it's like so. Okay. So yeah. So this round is the one that I've shamelessly stolen from Dave, from the quiz that we do every Monday. You can just follow us from Facebook to get through that one. 8 o'clock on every Monday. And it's basically a combination of those kind of rounds. 3, 2, 1. So question 1 is three roles, 1 actor.
James, 1 second. It sounds like the chat's saying it sounds like you're using a potato for a microphone, and people can't hear you.
Okay.
Can anyone else chime in? Can anyone else hear James? He's obviously not talking now, but
is that from since I've come back on, or just now, or
can't hear the red jacket dude.
is that from the whole time I've been back on, or is it since I took my headphones off, or?
I don't know, because I can hear you. Speak again.
Okay. Well, I'll try.
It just says your mic's low. Hold on, I'm going to turn you up on here. Speak now.
Okay. Is that okay?
You might be too loud there. Just a bit muffled after you came back, like I said.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. There we go. Better. That's good. I just adjusted a bit on my end. I turned you up a little bit. So something must have changed because I've not changed the settings all time. So it must. Oh, too loud now. Hello.
There we go.
Lotta's too loud.
I mean, that is what Charlotte thinks of me whenever I'm actually speaking. So I don't know if she's the most.
I think we just want to
move
a bit closer to your mic as well. It should be good.
Okay. Okay. Well, about this close. Is that okay? That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. More beard.
So hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I'm not rattling anyone's windows. So well, it's been on the. I'm guessing it's been on the screen the whole time. Who played James Bond, Simon Skinner, and Mr. Pricklepan?
I think he's gone again. So.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. You went a bit mad there.
Yes. Okay. I think it was a stream froze. Oh no, it's just me. Yeah. Question 2. Who played Chev Chelios, Lee Christmas, and Deckard Shaw?
Dan Carmichael's in chat trying to have your life by saying too quiet with a winky face. So if you see that, it's not too quiet. As far as I'm aware, it's fine now.
Daniel Carmichael. I mean, can you trust anything he says?
I don't think so.
So, question 2. 3 roles, 1 actor. Who played Chev Chelios, Lee Christmas, and Deckard Shaw?
3 amazing names, mind you.
Yes, yeah. Question 3. Who played Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jackie Kennedy?
Lotta says she's never happy.
So 3 roles, 1 actor. Who played Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jackie Kennedy?
Dave McKee, where are the Nicolas Cage questions? That would be too obvious, and you would probably score 10 out of 10. So when you were taking part, it was said, nah.
So hang on. I mean, it's okay because Dave never has a go at us for not doing well in his quizzes, does he? So it's
Never.
okay.
Never.
Hey, Dave, if you don't win this quiz, rest assured we definitely won't be bringing it up in the future.
Ever.
So question 4. 3 roles, 1 actor. Oops. So who played Patsy, Maz Kanata, and Adelaide Wilson?
Type a quick message in the chat. Lot as says, I paused knowing to watch this. The Cage is waiting.
So 3 roles, 1 actor. Who played Patsy, Maz Kanata, hopefully that's pronounced right, and Adelaide Wilson?
Yep. So, next one.
Question 5, which is 3 films, 1 director.
So we're looking for the director here. We've changed.
The director. Who directed GoldenEye, The Legend of Zorro, and Green Lantern?
Oh, what a resume, though.
Just to clarify, that is 3 separate films. That's not the mashup to Endor mashups.
No.
That'll be 1 crossover film, wouldn't it?
The Green Lantern Bond film is what I've been waiting for.
With Zorro there as well.
Yeah. Although Ryan Reynolds did wear a Zorro-like mask, so...
So who directed GoldenEye, The Legend of Zorro, and Green Lantern? Question 6. Again, 3 films, 1 director. Who directed Speed, The Haunting, and I'm surprised maybe this came from the classic films before, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life.
A classic film.
A classic. So who directed Speed, The Haunting, and Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life? Question 7. 3 films, 1 director again. Who directed Ratcatcher, We Need to Talk About Kevin, and You Were Never Really Here?
We Need to Talk About Kevin is a film that me mother keeps telling me to watch.
Oh, really? Did she?
Yeah. She bought it for us like years ago, and I just never got around to watching it.
So who directed Ratcatcher, We Need to Talk About Kevin, and You Were Never Really Here?
I've got to put a pause here. Dave McKee, Green Lantern, best DC film ever? That's up for debate, I think.
Yeah. I think it's got its merits.
Yeah, somewhere.
I can't think of any right now. Oh, Mark's wrong. Mark's wrong, isn't it?
Fair enough,
yeah. Okay, so question 8. 3 films, 1 director. Who directed Jumpin' Jack Flash, Big, and A League of Their Own?
Says it all. I'm on the heat. Says it all. Sometimes I forget what we're talking about, and then a chat question comes on like, what's that reference to?
I've noticed you can see my curtains just there.
Yeah. Poozers was also a good thing to come from the Green Lantern film, actually.
I mean, if you say so, Rich. If you want to,
Dave actually said that. Dave wrote Poozers in the chat, so.
Okay. So, question 9. 3 actors, 1 role. Which character was played by Gerald Sanders, John Slattery, and Dominic Cooper?
So we're looking for the name of the character they played?
Yes, the name of the character. So 3 actors who played the same role. Which character was played by Gerald Sanders, John Slattery, and Dominic Cooper? And question 10. Again, 3 actors, 1 role. Which character was played by Robert Downey, Gerard Depardieu, and Jim Caviezel?
Good pronunciation on that.
You know, some of us like to practice pronunciations rather than
Oh yeah, Salbe. Okay.
straight in. All right, Kenny Grant.
We'll have with
All right.
we'll have with ISIS.
All right, Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
Villanuevo?
Viennetta? Is that what he said? I don't actually remember.
So 3 actors, 1 role. Which character was played by Robert Downey, Gerard Depardieu, and Jim Caviezel?
And that wraps up round 6. I'm getting a bit feedback on your end again, James. On my headset anyway. Have you got me turned up somewhere?
No.
No. Oh god. That's not good. Yeah, there's 1 round to go. Shall we put up with it?
Is that better there? That should be okay.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I can. If I had to turn you down, I don't listen to you. Then I can just do the quiz myself and talk over you all the time.
Yeah.
Just like on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Which is available on all.
I'm just going to give you a wipeout here, so you're no longer on the screen, and it's just going to be me.
No, don't do it. No.
And now it's just me. So I'll bring him back. I'll take a Star Wars wipe. Hold on. He's actually disappeared. Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. He's gone. So that was round 6. Round 7's going to have 3 questions. But each...
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
A little bit of fun. A little bit of fun.
Well, James actually did the next round, so I guess he can explain the rules for round 2.
Yes.
Round 7.
So round 7, the final round, as some people like to call it. The best round, as some people like to call it. But as we've called it this one, round 7, the stick or twist round. This is based on an idea I had for a quiz we did at work a few years ago.
Lotlaz, I'm hoping James uses the foam finger when the winner's announced.
So stick or twist round. The idea of this is there are 5 correct answers to each question, and you can give up to 5 correct answers. And if you give 5 correct answers, you get 5 points. However, if you get 1 question wrong, you get if you give 1 wrong answer, you get no points at all for the questions. So
big money round.
So if the question was, what are the names of Snooty Ushers? And you said Rich, Dan, Dave, and James, you get 4 points. If you said Rich, Dan, Dave, and Eric, you would get 0 points. Even though you're given 3 correct answers, you get 0 points.
I kind of want Eric here now.
Nothing.
I miss Eric.
Oh, Eric.
He always wrote the best articles.
Oh, you did, yeah.
He loved this Bulgarian cinema.
So yeah, so question 1 on the stick and twist round. Again, I've written out the sort of thing there. Each question has 5 answers. So you can get to 5 points per question, but give a wrong answer and you get 0 points for that question. So if you only know 3, only give 3 answers, you get 3 points. If you only know 1, you give 1 answer, you get 1 point. You know, as long as if you give any wrong answers, you get 0 points, but you get as many right answers as you give. Hopefully that's not too confusing. I think the more I talk about it, the more confusing it gets. So, question 1: name the last 5 Best Film Academy Award winners. That's from 2016 to 2020. So again, just to clarify, like we did earlier, that's the winners from the award ceremony that was in 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, and 2016.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of nominees across them years, so there's a lot to choose from. And there was 1 year of controversy.
Yes. So we'll give people a bit of time for this one.
Yeah, because it is a bit of a bigger answer. There's more to think about.
And hopefully the Google form answers. Is there any particular way they have to write them for that?
No, it's sort of like I've basically wrote it all out on there, so it's pretty easy to follow.
Okay.
I hope so. Anyway, I hope the capital letter things was easy to follow. Just use lowercase.
if it's not, then we'll have to go through the whole thing, and Rich is going to mark it by hand. That's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, that's
and mark
exactly
it all
what I said.
individually. But also, can people look back at their answers after they've given them?
Yeah, they can see the answers. Yeah.
So if they want to then mark it themselves, they can do.
Yeah, you can see what they got wrong.
So we didn't. How long should we give people for this round? Do you think? About 25 minutes per question.
I think people have had long enough there.
Do you think? I'm just imagining Kelly and Dave right now arguing about whether something won it in 2016 or 2015.
I think.
Okay.
I think Cara's got the answers for them, so it's fine.
So I think so. Yeah. Also, people can. We'll give people a bit of time at the end of this round as well to tidy up
before the answers are announced.
Yes. So question 2. Again, there are 5 correct answers. Give as many as you can, but if you give a wrong answer, you get 0 points. What are the top 5 highest grossing films worldwide of all time? And that's without adjusting for inflation or any of that. Just the top 5 highest grossing films worldwide of all time.
Without adjusting for inflation. Yeah, because that's a completely different list with inflation, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah.
I'm wondering if this feedback's coming through on the stream. I don't think it is. Surely someone in chat would have complained about it by now if it was. And James may have frozen. Oh, he hasn't. He's back.
No, I'm back. Yes.
Looked like he froze for a second.
I've literally got nothing else running on this computer apart from.
That's fine. I don't. Oh, yes, on the feedback. So I don't know. Sorry, it's our first time doing this.
Okay, so this is the last question anyway. Oh, so we'll give people more time for this one. Do you think?
You don't have to put up with James for much longer. That's fine. Yeah, because this is like I think this is quite a tough one because I know the list with inflation, but I don't think I'd know it without. Because every list you see is always with inflation, so. Oh, the feedback's just a little bit. Okay, that's fine. I could just turn James all the way down. I actually never know if he's froze because he's very like.
Which I'm leaning to one side.
You'll just see James's camera going crazy. Right, do you want to go to question 3?
Yes. So question 3. And this is according to Netflix. I think we just have to go off their kind of figures. What are the top 5 most popular movie releases of 2019 on Netflix in the UK? So just to clarify, they're all Netflix films. So Netflix original films in this country, and it's for 2019 as well.
I actually looked at what came out in 2019, and Netflix released a lot of films in 2019.
Yes. Yeah.
When I talked about cutting you off to get you to speed things up, Latters wrote, "I have to put up with him for the rest of my life." Ah, so loved. So this is the last question, and then we'll give you a couple of minutes to go back over that round, discuss whether if you had any doubts about any you've put down. You can rejig them now.
Yes, I'm back. Don't worry.
So we'll take that off. We probably shouldn't be on the start and next round page. We'll be on the answers page. That could also make us massive here. This live editing's insane. I'm like a maniac trying to change the camera sizes. How does everyone think they've done anyway? I think Liam might have done a bit Monk-RS like. He's done well. The Dan Carmichael team with Chloe and Anna, feel he could have done very well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if Dave doesn't win, then serious question has to be asked about his knowledge, about his future as a quiz master.
I've just scrolled back up and saw Claire's comment. I can't hear the red jacket dude. I think I'm just gonna go with you. You are red jacket dude from now on. This chat looks mad when you look back on it. There's like grief on me for like in midichlorians. There's Cara getting all the questions right. There's an Alan Partridge quote. What's everyone drinking? Dave was one in 1977. Lots of audio problem questions.
Oh, really?
Oh, Dave, the pressure is on. You're right. But you've got two big brains over there, so it's fine.
Kelly and Cara.
Yeah. Correct.
Hey, that's why he gets the big bucks.
Right, so should we go on to the round one answers, or does everyone need a bit more time for... Quick, Jack Robson, quick question. What was the lighthouse about?
So the Lighthouse family? It's an origin story for them. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit, that dates me. It makes me a little bit old, but Lighthouse family. Yeah, that was the.
I thought it was about a man that just hates pumping. Or just hates seagulls. So we're going to move on to the answers. We'll obviously go in order of the rounds. James will read the rounds that he read the questions for, and I'll do the same with the rounds I read the questions for.
Oh, I've just realised something. I can't find my answers.
Do you want me to do the answers?
No. If you do them, I think I know most of them.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Round one answer should be coming on your screen any second now, so you should be all right.
Yes. What did I call the file? I can't remember.
There you go. They're on the screen.
Oh, right. Oh, so we're not doing the reveal then?
No, because well, we'll do round one.
Okay, so the question, there we go, so there's the answers. The biggest film at the box office for 2020 was Bad Boys for Life. Best actor winner at the Oscars was Joaquin Phoenix, obviously for Joker. The winner of the worst actor at the Razzies was John Travolta. He won it he was one of the few non-Cats winners in the Razzies this year. He actually won it for 2 films, which is some good going. Question 4, the director of No Time to Die. That was Karijoji Fukunyama.
Karijoji Fukunaga.
Yep. Question 5, Reign of Fire starred Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey. Question 6 was Real Steel. Was based on a story which was also an episode of The Twilight Zone in the 1960s. Question 7. Into the Heights was it's based on a musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda. He wrote the music and lyrics, and the book was by someone else.
Dave cannot spell.
Question 8 was here we go. I finally got the thing. So Sonic the Hedgehog was voiced by Ben Schwartz. Question 9, Scarlett Johansson was nominated in both Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress. I thought doing question 9 and question 10 was a little bit sneaky, and hopefully you didn't catch anyone out, but there's a little bit of for people. Which was how many post-credit scenes and archive footage, how many MCU films has she appeared as Black Widow? So yeah, we'll read them out. So it's Iron Man 2, Avengers, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Captain America: Civil War, then Infinity War, Captain Marvel, and Endgame. In Captain Marvel, she's got an uncredited post-credit scene, but she is still in it. And then archive footage is in Thor Ragnarok as well.
I just like someone's wrote for a whole round on answers. German right back, Kuntz. German left back, Kuntz. German right half. Just done the whole German team for a whole round. So that was good. You got no points there.
Oh wait, well, we dropped that round, didn't we?
Yeah, we dropped the German football around. Yeah, sorry.
Arminia Bielefeld from 1992. We dropped it. Oh well.
Right, so was that? Did you finish round 1 there? Yeah, 9
yes,
films.
So that's all of round 1.
Okay.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed that, whether they got all of them right or not. It was enjoyable.
Round 2, question 1 was The Searchers. I actually don't have the slides up, so I can't really remember the questions. Question 2 was William Holden. Sergio Leone, he was born in Italy. Question 4 was Alfred Hitchcock.
That's who directed Rear Window.
Yeah. Question 5, our favourite Katharine Hepburn, won at the age of 74. Won the Oscar. Did she win the Oscar for On Golden Pond? Is that the question?
Yes. Yeah.
Number 6 was 12 Angry Men, with that iconic tagline. It sort of give it away in the tagline. Question number 7 was Jake LaMotta. Number 8, them 4 people I read out, was Casablanca. One of my favourites. Number 9, Jailhouse Rock, Vince Everett, was played by Elvis Presley.
Yes.
And number 10, North by Northwest, ended in front of Mount Rushmore. So yeah, that was round 2, classic films. I'm going to check some of the, while James is reading these, for the Star Wars round. I'm going to calculate some winners.
Okay, so Star Wars round. Obviously, everyone's really enjoyed the Star Wars round. Everyone sort of found it a bit too easy, maybe. So maybe I'll make it harder next time. So who are the only 2 characters to appear in all of the Star Wars episodes? And that's 3PO and R2D2. The first line of the opening crawl of Star Wars: A New Hope. I think that right? I think that's right. Yeah. It's a period of civil war. Question 4: how many Star Wars films has George Lucas directed? He's directed 4. He directed Star Wars or A New Hope, as it became known, and he directed the.
I'd like the comment on
trilogy as well.
One answer was most of them, so that was fun.
Well, it's actually a minority that he's directed. 4 out of 9. So who's the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination? It was Alec Guinness, obviously for Star Wars.
Some of these responses. C3PO got a nod in that one.
Oh, he was robbed. He was robbed.
Yeah, robbed at the Oscars.
Yeah. So Carrie Fisher has a small role in which film? Where she plays the extra actress? It's Scream 3. I thought this was really quite a famous little cameo, but maybe it's not.
2 teams got Scream 3. One wrote Attack of the Nerds, Mars Attacks, and Je ne sais pas was one of the answers.
Nice, yeah. So speaking of cameos, in which film does legendary composer John Williams appear as a bartender? A cameo in. That's the most recent Rise of Skywalker. So question 7, Harrison Ford returned to 3 iconic roles. Deckard is the one who's 35 years between the Blade Runner and the sequel, Denis Villeneuve sequel, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Question 8, the John Boyega film made his debut was Attack the Block. Underseen film, I think. It's a really good British film. Well, it's a really good sci-fi, like low budget sci-fi film sort of thing. Question 9, what is the call sign of the X-wing shot down in Rogue One? It's assigned to Luke Skywalker in New Hope. Red 5. There's a nice little callback in Rogue One to the original.
Couple of good answers there. One was COVID-19. There was Little Boob 1. Red 5. Most of them got it right. I assume James is froze again, so I'll carry on. Question 10.
I included it.
All right, sorry, I thought you'd froze again. So you're on question 10.
Oh yeah, so Queen Amidala's handmaiden and the decoy is Keira Knightley, and I only included that because I only found that out when I was just trying to find the last question. I needed something for Phantom Menace, and that was the one that sort of came up.
Right, so the picture round, kind of give people a bit of a breather after that whirlwind, because it seems like a lot of people got some of the questions right in Star Wars, but then there was a lot left blank. So question 1 was 28 days later. Number 2 was Evil Dead 2. There's a lot of Evil Deads in here. It is definitely Evil Dead 2. Number 3 was Gravity. Someone wrote Jennifer Lawrence and German left back as well. Number 4 was Panic Room. A lot of people got that correct. Number 5, was The Thing. Number 6 was The Shining. Number 7 was Castaway. I've got them wrong there. It was Castaway and then Solo. Apologies about that. So yeah, Castaway and Solo. Number 8. Yeah, it was Solo. Number 9 was The Rock. Correct. Number 9 was With Neil and I. God, I've got like everything wrong on this answer sheet. Yeah, 9 was With Neil and I, and number 10 was The Rock. So well done to everyone that got that one right. So James, round 5 answers. James may have disconnected again. So, question... Oh, is he still there? James, hello?
Yes, hello.
Hey.
I think my computer's going to last for 90 minutes, I think, and then it starts to go.
Do you want me to go through round 5, or do you think you can handle it?
Oh, yeah, hopefully. I'll do it, and if I stop, then... Oh, no, yeah, round 5 was you, isn't it? It was you.
All right, yeah, round 5. Do Android Stream of Electric Sheep was Blade Runner. Question 2 was The Magnificent Seven, starring Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen. Number 3, Alfred Hitchcock directed Spartacus.
I think you've made a bit of a mistake there, Rich.
Have I? How was that?
I don't think Alfred Hitchcock did Spartacus.
Oh, it was Kubrick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wrote that wrong. It's Kubrick. My apologies. Just thinking that out. Yeah, it was Stanley Kubrick. I wonder if people got that right.
We're not live. No one's watching, don't worry. So.
It's all right. 3 people actually got that right, even though I wrote the answer wrong. So,
yeah, I didn't know it was Kubrick, actually.
Neither did I, apparently. Number 4 was Die Hard with a Vengeance. A lot of people got that one right. 5 was Demi Moore. I'm surprised every team got that right. Number 6, Bullet was set in San Francisco. Number 7, Catherine Bigelow directed The Hurt Locker. Number 8, Chuck Norris did not appear in Expendables in 2010. Number 9 was Sandford, was the town that PC Angel was transferred to. And number 10, in order of appearance, was Eric Bana, Edward Norton, and Mark Ruffalo. So well done on that one. So round 6 was the 3-2-1 round.
3-2-1. I mean, do you get it now, Rich? You get why it's...
I do. I understand it now.
Okay. I think, but the issue might be, I'm getting loads of messages through about people who've got questions wrong. That shouldn't be wrong.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't really want to...
We'll talk about it afterwards. Like I say, apologies. There was a lot of questions to...
Yeah. So 3 roles, 1 actor. Timothy Dalton played James Bond, Simon Skinner, and Mr. Brookbanks. Simon Skinner from Hot Fuzz. Chev Chelios, Lee Christmas, and Deckard Shaw was Jason Statham. Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jackie Kennedy was Natalie Portman. Patsy Mazkanata and Adelaide Wilson. Adelaide Wilson was from Us from last week, from last year. I tried to avoid single names, but Patsy was her character in 12 Years a Slave, and so it's Lupita Nyong'o. 3 films, 1 director. GoldenEye, Legend of Zorro, and Green Lantern was Martin Campbell.
Wow.
He also did...
a couple of people got that as well. Wow.
He also did Casino Royale as well. What have we got? So 3 films, 1 director. Speed. And Lara Croft 3 films, 1 director. Ratcatcher, We Need to Talk About Kevin, and You Were Never Really Here was Lynn Ramsey, British director. 3 films, 1 director. Jumping Jack Flash, Big, and The League of Their Own was Penny Marshall. Sorry. Oh, have we gone off there?
Howard Stark's the next one.
Yes. So who's played Gerald Sanders, John Slattery, and Dominic Cooper? All played Howard Stark. Gerald Sanders plays him as he's just like a photo in one of the first Iron Man 2, I think it is. And then 3 actors, 1 role. Robert Downey, Gerard Depardieu, and Jim Caviezel. They all played Edmond Dantes or the Count of Monte Cristo. The reason why I put that one is because I thought Jim Caviezel, people might put Jesus. I thought it'd be quite funny to think that people might think that Gerard Depardieu would have played Jesus at some point.
Someone says you need to pay your Wi-Fi bill. Yeah, Paul Barco. I know it was Kubrick. I just wrote it wrong, man. You still get the point if it was, I think. Or you might not actually. I might have put that in wrong. I definitely did, actually. It wasn't Kubrick. So give yourself a point. Give yourself a pat on the head for that one. It's fine. You were well behind anyway.
So question 7 is the stick or twist round. So the idea of this was you had to give 5 right answers. You give up to 5 right answers if you got me wrong. So the best, so the last 5 best films were Parasite, Green Book, Shape of Water, The Shape of Water, Moonlight, and Spotlight.
Great
the
set
top
of films.
5. Sorry.
Great set of films.
Yes, yeah. The top 5. Sorry. Sorry. So the top 5 highest grossing films at the worldwide box office: Avatar, Avengers Endgame, Avatar, Titanic, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and Avengers: Infinity War. And question 3: what were the 5 most popular movies releases of 2019 on Netflix in the UK? And there were 6 Underground, which I was surprised at, but that was like a massive hit worldwide for Netflix. A Murder Mystery, which was one of the Adam Sandler films. I don't think any of the other ones have done anything, but then that one did done quite well. Oh, and of course, Precious Gems this year. The Irishman, Isn't It Romantic, which was the Rebel Wilson film for around Valentine, and Triple Frontier, which is another. So like 2 of them like big action films that did really well for Netflix. And that is the last question.
Dave said Castaway was 2 words, but I have put the answer in as 2 words, so you should have still got a point for that. So there you go. Look, I mean, the Google Sheet quiz was like a bit of a farce, and I sort of like there was so many questions, and I will. You didn't get a point. How? I'm checking it back now. I'm actually looking at the. That's weird. It must have just messed up because I wrote Castaway as two separate words, so you should have got the point. I'm sorry. Give yourself a point just afterwards. James is gone, but yeah. Hopefully that was all right for everyone. It was obviously quite a big undertaking to take this on and sort of try to get all the questions together.
Hello, I'm back again.
Apologies, Paul. There must have been a muck-up on it there because it's. Give yourself a point for it. You'll be all right. I'll tell you if that point actually mattered though when I tell you who's highest.
Last minute thing to
Right, Robocop's gonna have to repeat this. Hold on. You have to repeat that because you were just. Oh.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, you're
so
right
yeah, I was just saying that the Google form was like something we added at the last minute, like literally last night, wasn't it? Like
yeah, it was just something to add a bit of competition.
The idea was we were just gonna do it as like a like do it yourself and market yourself.
Yeah.
But when we started to try and do the thing, so if that's gone wrong, then we apologise.
If it's just a few questions, then yeah, that's on me. I hold my hands up. I'm sorry about that. But so I'll go through the teams in. Should I go from last to first, or what do you want us to do here?
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, so wait, hang on, Rich. There's obviously hundreds of people playing.
True.
Aren't there? So let's do the top. How about we do the top? However many there are. How about we do the top 8? Say.
Yeah, we've actually got 8 teams. So.
Yeah, there we go.
So should I go from the top or the bottom?
Go from the bottom. Why not?
So in last place was Chris Tarrant with 15 points out of 75. But if you
he's more used to asking the questions, isn't he? Than
if you got like, I don't think it would matter if you got a Castaway right or wrong or Stanley Kubrick. You were still last. Thelma and Louise following up with 19 out of 75.
Oh.
After that is The Simpsons, which was 21 out of 75. After that is HelloFresh. Didn't know HelloFresh were on. 23 out of 75. And then we had the Boss Eye Bandits with 28 out of 75.
How many is that? Top 4? Is that 4? Is that 4 we've had so far?
5, I think. Oh no, yeah, 4. Sorry. Then who's after them? It's The Secret Lies with Charlotte, and that's 50 out of 75. That's an impressive score, mind. 50 out of 75. So that's actually second place.
Oh.
And in top place is Aloha Snack Bar with 54 out of 75 points. So I feel like Aloha Snack Bar are the winners this time round. Give yourself an extra point or 2 for the ones I messed up. I'm still sorry about that, and I will be for the next 3 weeks. So round of applause for Aloha Snack Bar. You don't win anything, but glory points, really. So everyone, thanks for taking part. Chris Tarrant, Thelma and Louise, Boss Eye Bandits, Aloha Snack Bar, HelloFresh, The Secret Lies with Charlotte, and The Simpsons.
Yes.
So I will do. I'll put more work into the answers next time. I promise. I'll get them double checked and triple checked, and make sure everything's up to code. So thanks for taking part, everyone. It's much appreciated. Oh, there's actually the Polo Barco team who was complaining about Stanley Kubrick won. So get a life. Chris Taylor, you were on that team.
Congratulations.
Right, okay. I'll catch everyone another time. Thank you for sticking with us. Goodbye.